Hey there, everybody. This is Andrew with Creative Community Solutions. And as you know, on the press and media end, we get the opportunity to speak with some great people doing some great work across the board. So, whether it's in education, nonprofits, college and pro sports, a little bit of government and politics, we get a chance to sit down and chat with some wonderful people. Make sure to check us out at acenortonccs.com. Click on the menu for articles and coverage, and you'll find it there. Creative Community Solutions LLC on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, Ace Norton CCS on Instagram and Twitter. And we will also have the article as well as video segments available on LinkedIn as well as Medium. So, of course, every once in a while, we get a chance to talk with someone who's a wonderful educator, family man, community presence, all that, and then some. So I'm glad to introduce y'all, Mr. Bobby Frazier. Bobby, how are you doing this evening?
What's going on, Andrew? How you doing today, man?
I'll tell you what, as you can tell, I'm out on location, so I'm enjoying the outdoors and what have you on this beautiful day. And we're going to talk about a couple of beautiful days that you've got coming up at the end of the month as well as
hmm
beginning of April. But before we dive in, give people a point of reference where you're based out of and a couple of your moving parts professionally and community wise. And yes, community involves your fraternal organization. I can't leave that out.
My name is Bobby Frazier. I'm from Decatur, Georgia. I run a nonprofit organization called the 1911 Foundation. It's based out of Ellenwood, Georgia. We do a slew of things: health fair, community service work. We do book bag drives. Well, we went away from book bag drives, but we do college prep. We do a list of things that help our young people get to their vision and what they want to do and be in life. As he said, I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. But one of the things that's dear to my heart is Men and Ladies of Columbia, where I am a teacher at Columbia High School, and it's an organization to help kids gain a little bit more leadership experience, but also gain that community presence. And we do those things to just give them an opportunity to not only build relationships with communities, but also build relationship within the school as well as themselves.
Well, I tell you what, and it's great that you can, like you say, there's an adage, walk and chew gum at the same time.
Mhm.
Being that presence in the classroom, being that presence through auspices of fraternity, nonprofit. I'm sure there's a bunch of other things, but I know those are some of your key moving parts. And I've been fortunate to see it firsthand, especially at the high school. Now, speaking of, because high school students are near and dear to your heart, you've got a couple of wonderful things that are taking place with some of the students you're working with. Walk
Mhm.
me through the first thing that comes to mind is what's coming up later on in the month of March. So walk us through that.
We just wanted to give the young ladies in our organization an opportunity to see just how much we appreciate Black women, but just women in general, but especially young Black women. And so we called it Head Over Heels because we wanted to let our young ladies know that you must get anybody, especially the young men that you want to call husband or boyfriend. You must get them to respect your mind over the way you dress. And so it's a play on words and it's head over heels. And so that particular event is just to celebrate them, but also celebrate their mothers, because mothers, they do have a healthy job in our communities and they do it well. And so we just wanted to celebrate those particular entities and let them know how much we appreciate them. And so it's going to be a good event. It's March 28th. We're going to host it at the AIC, which is 1701 Mountain Industrial Road in Stone Mountain. It's going to be awards. It's going to be dancing. It's going to be a lot of celebrating for Women's History Month, but especially, like I said, our young ladies, to give them the opportunity to see how it really feels to be celebrated by a man or men who really love you.
And I tell you what, that was the first thing that came to mind with March being Women's History Month. It sounds like it's a great way to cap off the month. It also ties in with other just, cultural celebrations, family celebrations. Like you said, the uplift and encouragement of women. Now, coming into the event at the end of this month, are there opportunities for the general public to support, whether it's ticket purchases, um, or if they can't do a ticket purchase, a donation, financial in kind? Walk through some of those engagement opportunities so the general public does have an opportunity to lend support.
Excuse me. Well, the ones that want to donate, you can go. We have a website. Well, we took the website down because we can't mix the two things with school and things of that nature. So if you want to get involved, you can go to Instagram, Men and Ladies of Columbia on Instagram. And then you can also do that, Men and Ladies of Columbia at Gmail. Send us an email and we'll kind of give you information on how to do it. Or you could find me on, again, on the website, or better yet, you can email me at frazierbobby99@gmail.com just to tell me you're interested, and how you can, and asking how you can get involved. But if you want to purchase a ticket, it's $40. That ticket comes with a swag bag and a t-shirt as well, food and a good music. So we can kind of, walk through some of those things when you get to the websites and the Instagrams.
Great. And sometimes, like you said before, it's about being creative. And so there's creative ways for people to lend support coming up at the end of the month. So folks, you got a little bit of time, not too much, but you got a little bit of time to make sure to lend support. Now, speaking of, and correct me if I'm wrong, this also kind of provides a bridge opportunity for something that you've got coming up in April that is really impressive and provides tremendous learning, engagement, enrichment, just not only being a local citizen, but a global citizen. Walk us through what's taking place in April.
So the reason why we're actually doing the Head Over Heels is also, it's one, to celebrate the young ladies, but it's also, we're raising money for two things. One, we're raising money for the kids that are going on a college tour to Savannah State. We deal with a lot of magnet kids, and a lot of our kids want to major in biology or microbiology. And so for those of you who don't know, Savannah State has one of the best marine biology programs in the country. And so we're going to take our kids down to let them see an HBCU, but also to let them see that you have some of these things right in Savannah. When we're talking about Tybee Island, we're talking about Jekyll Island. So you have these things that we're going to be able to show them with raising money for this Head Over Heels event. And then the second thing we're doing, for those who didn't get a chance or who won't get a chance to go to the Savannah State field trip, they're going to use the money that they raise from the Head Over Heels events to pay for their trip to go to Costa Rica. And the interesting thing about that is the consulate of Costa Rica will be coming to Columbia High School next Thursday to talk to our kids about not only going on the field trip, but the interaction with some of the kids. We're going to build that bridge with some of the kids that are in Costa Rica and find one of the schools to not only have pen pals, but to have visitation for those kids that are coming from America to Costa Rica, to kind of see how they live and to see what they go through in terms of schools and just general life. So that's going to be an interesting trip, because now you get to see a side of the world that you didn't get to see, but you also get to see kids your age living a different way than what you would actually live in. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take this field trip. I know a lot of times when people say, you're going to Costa Rica, most people think it's a vacation, but for us, it's a vacation and an educational piece. So it's going to be interesting to see how my kids react, but I'm up for it, and I'm looking forward to their reaction when we get there.
And I'm glad that you're sharing that, because first off, with college, we know that there are wonderful opportunities out there with higher education. Another thing is really highlighting the impact of our HBCUs. And like you said before, people around here may not realize how important the city of Savannah is as a port city, with your shipping and all those types of things. It's a major port. And like you said before, with Savannah State University and the marine biology program they have, I mean, you're right on the ocean. So it's like you've got a great, it's a great, and this probably sounds familiar, this teaching and learning opportunities. So it's helping plant seeds for folks. And then, as you just noted, getting the chance to go outside the U.S. First off, if memory serves me correctly, maybe the numbers might have changed a little bit, but maybe no more than 10 to 20% of the U.S. population will ever leave the U.S.
country.
So you are providing really what is a rare opportunity. And then on top of that, the engagement through the lens of education, community, culture, peer groups, all these types of things. You and your organization are doing some wonderful things with seed planting, enrichment, and empowerment. So do this for us. Remind us again with the Head Over Heels date time, location, how people can support, and the same for the piece with Savannah State along with Costa Rica. So that way people are aware. And of course, we want you to share the information. So by all means, go ahead.
So again, like I said, the Head Over Heels event is just an opportunity for us to celebrate young women, but also celebrate their mothers as well, because we know mothers do a lot of things in our communities, but also we have young women young ladies that are looking at that, but also are trying to find their way in how to be a mother or a wife or, whatever woman they want to be. And so this is a way to celebrate them, to give them opportunity to see that somebody outside of their sister is really with them. And so we're going to do that March 28th at 5 to 9 p.m. We're going to do it 1701 Mountain Industrial, Stone Mountain, Georgia. That's that Saturday. Again, if you want to donate, you can come to Instagram and look for Men and Ladies of Columbia and shoot us a message and we'll get back with you. If you want to contact me personally, you can contact me. My email, FrazierBobby99@gmail.com. That Head Over Heels event is also a fundraiser helping us get some kids to Savannah State, where we're going to do a college tour and introduce them to marine biology, because a lot of our magnet students want to go in biology, and that's one of the things they said they want to do. And then lastly, those that are not going on the Savannah State trip, they're going to be raising money to go to Costa Rica, and I think we're doing it in June. So we're giving them opportunities to see the world from a different lens, because they will be meeting up with students from Costa Rica and just talking about their different experiences over here. And they'll get to see the experiences from a Costa Rica theoretical framework. But also the great part is, as well, we're going to have a big dinner with all the kids, celebrating and just getting to know one another. And the last piece to that is we have on next Thursday, the Costa Rican consulate will be in our building from 3 o'clock to about 4:15, and they're going to be sharing some things to look for. They're going to bring some exotic food and kind of share with us an experience about going to Costa Rica. This will be my second time, but with most of the kids, this will be most of their first time going out of the country.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, we definitely appreciate the work that you're doing. Again, the education, the enrichment, and empowerment, those are themes that are just universal. And for ladies and gentlemen, again, like you've heard before, if this is your first time hearing about it, please do not let it be your last. Before we go, Bobby, and before we officially close out, and I like to do this, if people don't recall what you shared about your professional piece, your community piece, what you do within education, within nonprofits, and all these other things, of the many life lessons that you have in your bag, what's one that you'd like to leave with people for them just to think about, marinate on, and use it accordingly?
One of the things I always say to people is the dream was put or planted inside you. Chase it, man. Chase it. We all have a goal, a gift. Chase it without fear. You're going to fail sometimes. You're going to have hardships. Just go chase it. Remember, obstacles are those things you see when you take your eyes off the prize. So go chase it, man.
Well, I tell you what, we appreciate you reminding us it's okay to chase. It's okay to build. It's okay to dream. But you're helping make those dreams and those abstract things a lot more concrete with the work that you're doing. So we commend you and others for being out there and investing your time and talents. So ladies and gentlemen, again, as a reminder, check out acenortonccs.com, click on the menu for articles and coverage, and that way you'll see the article in here. Crave Community Solutions LLC on Facebook and YouTube, where you'll see not only this full talk, but we'll break it up into smaller segments. Ace Norton CCS on Instagram and Twitter, and check us out on LinkedIn and Medium. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, all of you take very good care. We'll look forward to seeing you real soon.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you.